We're having a conversation today. You're going to listen up. Girlie, I want you to understand that I say this with love. I do. I want to share with you some conversations that I've been having with people recently, whether it be my students or my friends. I feel like this definitely needs to be spoken out loud, and maybe someone else could resonate with this fact. That we've been having essentially revolve around, it's so difficult. I feel like I can't move forwards. And what strikes me is that we have these rules set in place. Like everybody has a set of rules, whether they be spoken, unspoken, there are rules that ultimately we live our lives by. Just side note, half my face is numb. So yeah. Live by these rules, and these rules were created at different times in our lives when maybe we was presented with a circumstance or situation that caused us to say, I'm now setting this boundary, this rule in place, right? This rule could have been to protect us. Lots of the times they're there to protect us. For example, I no longer drink with people who aren't my family. And you do that because every time that you go out to drink with friends, regardless of how close you thought you were with those said friends, things have gone wrong. And you've ended up in a situation that you did not want to be in. And therefore, in order to protect yourself, you said, no, I will no longer do that. However, 5 years, 10 years on, you still have this rule. And ultimately, things have changed. You've grown, you've evolved, you've adapted. So have those friends. So some of those friends that you had 5, 10 years ago are not the same friends you have now. Some of those friends that you still have from 5, 10 years ago have also grown, evolved, changed. Therefore, it stands to reason that these rules that you put in place all that time ago, they need to be revised. They need to be looked into, because they may not be serving you. They may be blocking you. Saying that you no longer drink with friends, you only drink with family. You may have friends now that are like family, and therefore you putting this blocker in place has prevented you from having the opportunity to have a great time and a little bevy. Does that make sense? When we look at it on a deeper level, that are arbitrary, that don't make sense. Like they say that when you turn 20, you become an adult, like you're officially an adult. So it stands to reason that when you're 21, you're 1 year old as an adult, and so on and so forth. Why would you use something that you made to protect yourself with good intentions when you were 23, 24 years old at the age of 43? Like, why would you use that? Why would that make sense to serve you? You're in a completely different time of your life, and there are different things going on. Maybe at 22, 23, you had no children, no home, and was only studying. Now that you're 30, you have children, you have dependents, you have a home, you have a mortgage, you have things to take care of. There's different responsibilities. You've obviously grown, adapted, and changed because of those said things. So why would the rule not change with it? I feel as though we look at the end of year, like December, be like, oh, it's the end of the year. I've got to revise. I've got to look at, collate and analyze all the data and all the metrics and be like, right, so I'm cutting this person off and starting the gym on January